Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning viewer, then I'm glad to have you back. It is good to see you again. And if you're new here, hopefully you'll see something that keeps you sticking around for a good long while. I'm your host, Doodleman149, and I'm actually going to be timely with one of these gun workshops by covering the first new weapon we have access to in Season 6, the SPR-208 Marksman Rifle. This weapon provides a clean, one-shot kill to the upper torso or head, a snappy ADS time most similar to the Kar98, albeit a little bit faster, and an extremely high damage per shot. If you like the Kar98, then you will absolutely love the SPR. It's basically the same weapon in every way, except that it's better in every department, including a magazine loading system as opposed to a clip-based one. This weapon also has a large number of unique attachments, some of which we'll get into later, so even if you aren't a fan of these builds, there's plenty of ways to kit this weapon for whatever needs you have. I'm still working on the assault rifle compilation video, so I'll get that out to you as soon enough. Unfortunately, this weapon did draw my attention for the time being. Now, without further delay, let me show you how and why this weapon is so good. The Snapshot is my close-range build that is basically a quick scoper's dream weapon. Almost everything focuses on faster ADS speed and movement while still being able to reach out and smack people at long ranges. We start off this build with the TAC laser for all the benefits we love. Next, I use the PBX7 hollow sight for better aiming. We use the unique XRK SP Light 208 Blitz stock to improve ADS speed, aim walking speed, and sprint out time. Next, we use the Sloan KR600 Featherbolt for faster chambering speeds, and we end with the 338 Lapua rounds for extra damage and range. More on them in a moment. Let me just start off by saying I am not a quickscoping master. I did not run around in Modern Warfare 2's Rust with just the intervention, yada yada yada. If I snipe, I'm more of a traditionalist. A sniper's role is not on the front lines. This thinking definitely comes from my Battlefield days, but I still feel that way. That being said, I am able to absolutely clap people with this build. I find myself snapping and firing almost simultaneously to quickly put down most foes I come across. On top of that, I'm also able to use the Snapshot as a traditional hard-scoping weapon and cross-map people with it. The TAC laser helps immensely in the ADS department, as well as keeps the weapon stable for long-range targeting. The PBX Hollow 7 sight is just my favorite hollow sight, and I like the slight zoom all the hollow sights offer. The unique Blitz stock is an amazing attachment for this weapon. It acts as a skeleton stock and stippled grip tape in one attachment. The Featherbolt allows for a marginally increased rate of fire that puts it on par more with the Mark II carbine, even further edging out the Kar98 in terms of speed. The biggest deal here is the ammo conversion kit, the 338 Lapua rounds. These rounds make this weapon even deadlier, if that was even possible. While the base SPR offers an infinite one-shot kill to the upper torso, the Lapua rounds allow this one-shot kill potential to extend to the lower torso as well. That being said, so long as you aren't hitting your target in the limbs, you will be getting consistent one-shot kills. This build is honestly great for all game modes. You can easily quickscope in standard multiplayer, you can challenge all enemies in ground war, and even without the suppressor, this build is an excellent choice as a medium-range powerhouse in Warzone. If you want this weapon to be more of a traditional sniper rifle, then you can't go wrong with my Scout build. This weapon is still snappy thanks to certain attachments, but is definitely more suited for longer ranges and a traditional bolt-action combat role. We start off in the barrel section with the SPR 26-inch barrel for greatly extended range and bullet velocity. The TAC laser makes a return to help our ADS speed and stability. For an optic, I use the Cronin C480 Pro optic to provide a 3.5 times zoom without a scope glint. The XRK SP TAC 208 Ultimate stock is used to improve ADS speed and stability. And lastly, we use the 300 Norma rounds. While the Snapshot is an all-around fantastic build for this weapon, if you really want to extend the range for this gun, you want to kit it out as the Scout for ground war and Warzone. The 26-inch barrel really helps this weapon out at long ranges since it'll increase the distance before you notice your shots beginning to drop. Also, if you ever use the base version of this weapon for very long ranges, you'll also be able to see the relatively slow bullet velocity. This barrel will drastically speed that bullet up. The TAC laser helps to mitigate some lost ADS speed from the barrel and sight. I personally use the Cronin C480 Pro optic for all my sniper rifles as it has the longest optical zoom without a scope glint, making its use far stealthier than regular scopes. The XRK Ultimate stock is another unique attachment, as it has the ADS speed boost of a CQC stock, but the stability boost of a straight line stock, making it a really good choice for this build. The 300 Norma rounds work wonders in extending your effective range by limiting how much your shots can fall over great distances. As you can see, the regular 300 rounds have a fairly noticeable bullet drop when you really push out the ranges you're trying to fight in. However, by using the Norma rounds, that drop cuts out dramatically, meaning you won't have to compensate for bullet drop nearly as much, something I'm sure COD fans haven't had to deal with before. The Norma rounds also improve our bullet velocity so that this weapon will also feel like more of a hit-scan weapon at further ranges. It still isn't like the HDR in terms of bullet speed, but these attachments really help boost this. This build isn't as universally useful as the Snapshot, just because its close range capabilities are slightly hindered by the larger scope and the lack of super ADS boosting attachments. It will work in standard multiplayer, I'm sure others will be able to use it better than I can, but where this weapon really shines is in Ground War and Warzone. If you want to throw a suppressor on here, I would definitely swap out the barrel for the Dragoon barrel, which is this weapon's integrated suppressor barrel, since it suppresses as well as slightly boosts our range, although not nearly as much as the 26-inch barrel. When I found out the first new weapon we received for Season 6 was a DMR, I was really worried, as I'm not particularly good with them and I haven't put much time into truly mastering them. I'm definitely more of an assault rifle guy myself. However, after literally my first match with this weapon, I fell in love with it. I realized I had to hang back with this weapon until I was able to unlock the correct attachments, so that was my best bet to have fun testing this out. I was even top of my team the first 3 matches I played using this weapon. That being said, after I was able to build the Snapshot variant, I certainly saw how people could have fun doing the quickscoping BS I never truly understood before. Everything about the Snapshot is what I imagine every quickscoping legend could want. When I tried stretching out the range in Ground War, however, I quickly realized I needed a better build for those ranges, and that's how the Scout came to be. Its rounds fly far quicker and further than the base model, and the enhanced optic certainly makes acquiring those targets that much easier, especially since no one will see a sniper glint. Overall, this is my favorite DMR, hands down. Nothing else even comes close to this weapon in that category. However, I haven't tried them all out extensively yet, but I still feel I will still love this gun even after all that. I'm even considering using it in my Warzone loadout. Hopefully all you early birds who got this weapon early will benefit from this video, and for those of you that have yet to acquire it, let me tell you something, you will definitely have something to look forward to. And with that, I thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. If you like what you saw and heard, feel free to like, share, subscribe, you know the spiel. It does really help my channel get noticed through YouTube though, and I do appreciate everyone who watches these videos. I appreciate your time, and I really hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope your week is awesome as well. This has been Doodleman149, I look forward to seeing you next time, and I will see you later.